Good morning and welcome back to the channel. And in today's episode, we are going to go through our first landscaping job together. I'm so excited for this. We locked in our first landscaping job, and I want to take you through everything that we're doing with it today. It's a pretty simple job, which I really appreciate. It's a 10 by 10 patio extension. I did send them renderings of a landscaping design through NeighborBrite, which I will put up on the screen now. They do want to do that in the future. They liked it, and long story short, right now we're just going to start with concrete. So I have Luis from Virtus, I believe it is, Concrete. I'm subbing out that portion of the job, and we'll take a little bit off of the top. That's kind of how these sub jobs work. So we'll pray that everything goes well. They showed up, so thank the Lord for that, and all glory to God, by the way. I went ahead and met with the homeowner already. They're up, they're at them, it's early, everybody's awake, but it should be a good Friday. We'll record everything and get this party started. By the way, I loved hearing everybody's support in that last video on what their preference of machine is, and I can tell that everybody has their favorites. For me, I asked that question because eventually I'd like to have a skid, I'd like to have a excavator, and I gotta know what you guys think about all that stuff. Also, take a guess where we got this job, guys. I've been teaching you guys where I do my marketing. This was a free marketing thing. Take a little guess before I give you the answer here in a little bit on where we got this job from. So the job in question, right now we're just gonna take this patio here and extend it by 10 foot. So 10 foot by 10 foot. We'll knock all these rocks out here and we'll pour today right there. So this was the area that they also were thinking about landscaping right there. And this is the area I actually took photos of, and I dropped the photos into NeighborBrite, which has actually sponsored me, by the way. I definitely recommend trying out their services if you want some good AI style renderings. So we'll go ahead and do this probably at some point in the future, assuming everything goes well today. We'll turn this rock into something a little bit more, but we'll just start with a little job there to get our foot in the ground and then do this a little bit later. So if you guessed Facebook, then you guessed right. This lead actually came through Facebook, and this lead came from one of the word of mouth groups, which I highly recommend that you join, by the way. There are a ton of word of mouth XYZ. So in our case, word of mouth Castle Rock, word of mouth Parker, word of mouth Denver, word of mouth Colorado Springs. There are a lot of groups like that people are asking for recommendations for work or for projects like this. And you know, of course, you're not going to win them all because everyone and their mother is commenting their own business. But if you really don't want to spend money on ads, which I don't really recommend necessarily in the beginning, you can just join one of those Facebook groups, and sooner or later you're going to get something. So that's actually where this job came from, is Facebook. I love Facebook. I love Facebook Marketplace. You guys know this. We sell tons of rocks, literally, no pun intended, through Facebook Marketplace. It's a great place to market. Then those Facebook groups are also really good to market with too. So again, this came from Facebook. This was a free ad, and super exciting. Job started off really well. These guys got to work super fast. We had to take all of the rocks and that weed barrier up. That was the first thing we had to do before we could put the form down. So that's what you see the guys doing here. Quick announcement too, I've been working on the Discord. This is going to be a Discord group for entrepreneurs, so everybody is welcome. I'll post a link here in the next couple of videos. I'm just finishing up a couple of touches. Guys, I'm going to give you some homework in today's video, and your homework, that is for those of you who are looking to do more with your business or start a business. It doesn't even have to be in exactly what we do, landscaping, rock delivery. It doesn't have to be that. But your homework is A, watch my other videos so you know how to start a legit business, and B, go onto Facebook and join a local word of mouth group. This way you can get your foot in the door, you can start planting the seed, and that's really what it is about, is planting the seed that will later then grow. You post enough recommendations and respond to people on a daily basis, you're gonna get a job. So that's your homework. Go join a word of mouth group and start recommending your own business. Right here, we're about done and ready to put the form in. Most of the rock and most of the weed barrier has been removed. Last thing we do have to work on though is leveling out this soil and making sure that it's going to give us a 3-inch pour all around.
Pues no puedo dejarle muy bajo, Ponlo ahí mero. ¿Seguro? Sí, porque no puedo dejarle muy bajo.
Halfway done here, we have the guys going to the store. They're gonna bag this one, so they're going to pick up concrete. Forms are in. They will dowel into the existing concrete, and the mesh is in, which apparently, and you know, I'm not new to this, so apparently provides a lot of structure. So taking a quick break, but these guys are making it happen and making it happen pretty dang quick. So I figured while the guys are at the store getting concrete, I will break this job down with you guys. How I got it, you know how I got it. How much I charged, well, we charged about $2,300 for this job. I got a couple of quotes from a couple of different concrete guys, and just so happened that these guys, who are doing a really good job, by the way, came in with a cheaper price. Not that I'm advocating for doing or going with the cheapest bid, but it just so happens that it worked out like this. There was actually quite the range of bids. So anyways, what happened was I got their bid, I tacked on a little bit of my fee, and I presented that together with the seller in one price, which is pretty standard. So we will be here, I will be here about 4 or 5 hours, and I will walk away with about $800, in between $800 and $900. So holy smokes, this is a cool little side hustle. Even if I just wanted to do this, you know, instead of actually get into landscaping, which I don't. This is just part of landscaping. You're going to get people who want things done that you can't do, and you need to general contract them out. So make sure your bids are right. Make sure the people you're working with are right. But it's a cool little side hustle in that. And you know what, guys? It makes $100 an hour, and that's our little thing, right? Can this make $100 an hour? And the truth is, yes, it really can. And actually it can make a lot more. So man, we've tried tinting, that can make $100 an hour. Rock deliveries for sure can make $100 an hour. All of a sudden there's a bunch of competition. You guys have been starting this, so you've given me the competition. I'm trying to make $100 an hour, but I'm not winning all of these jobs, and that's okay. I knew that would happen. I told you guys that would happen, especially in Colorado. For those of you locally who are following me and who are getting into this, you're undercutting me, but that's okay. I want to help everybody. So cool little side hustle we have uncovered today, and I'm excited for the rest of it. All right, everybody's back. We got our concrete, we got our mixer, we got our burritos. Everybody's gonna get a little food in their stomach, and we can get this show on the road. Say hi to Allie. These are moving real fast. Already almost halfway done. Mixing, pouring. Everything's looking good so far. Just wanted to take a quick second to tell you guys I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. We wouldn't be here without you, and all glory to God. Also, if you did not know, we created a t-shirt website. It's heraldsterrifictees.com, and that's for anyone who likes the brand, likes the apparel, and wants to support the channel. Feel free to check it out. We're adding more as time goes on, and hopefully we can get some very popular ones in there. So thank you guys again for all of the support. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Well, we had to take off a little bit early from the job, but Lewis and the crew, I think they're going to do a really good job. They'll finish it up, and we'll check in a little bit, maybe later tonight or tomorrow morning, to just make sure everything looks good and everything is cleaned up. But I have faith in them. Right now, we're headed up to Commerce City. We got the trailer hooked up already, and we're going to do a couple loads of rock for that person who had ordered on the website. So we'll go do that, and then we'll check back in while we're at the yard. I know you guys love those videos. And then tonight or tomorrow, we'll go check in on the concrete, see how it turned out. So time to make some side money today, a little bit more. I was at that job, I guess GCing technically, for like 4 hours. So we ended up making about $200 an hour, which is outstanding. So I'm really happy with that, and just goes to show you, like, there's a lot of money to be made in a lot of different areas doing different things. So I'm excited to explore those as the door to landscaping actually opens up. All right, just got to the yard. I'm gonna load up on some rock. I had to get their site map because I usually don't go to this specific yard, but we're heading to the rock now. I'm gonna get it loaded up and go to the client's house. Pretty simple. Check this front end loader out. These guys don't even have any barriers. They just straight up put this rock in piles. Can I get 2.5 of the 1.5 inch Clear Creek?
Okay. Yeah, I'll meet you over here.
Thank you. Here we go. Time to go weigh in again and see how close they got us. We were on a roll of getting it really wrong and having to dump some out. Not really an issue here, because if we're over, I got to do 2 trips anyway, so we'll just take it off the next load. But we'll see. How in the world are they pushing that thing out? There must be a mechanism in there that pushes. That's pretty cool. Reminds me of when I'm on the toilet. We're gonna go ahead and dump by the garage. We gotta do this quick. So Allie, camera girl today, is gonna record us. I'm gonna back up, back in, and we're gonna get this thing offloaded as soon as we can, because we're kind of on a time crunch. Round 2, they overloaded me by about half, 0.6 of 1 ton. And for some reason, my wholesale account wasn't pulling up the right price. So ended up, Jaden, thank you for taking care of me. If you're watching this, Jaden was like, why do you got this mic on? You do YouTube? I said, yes. So he took my info down, and I'm gonna see a comment from you. So Jaden, thank you for taking care of me and giving me a little refund for the overload and the overcharge. Appreciate you, man. We're gonna head back to the client's house, round 2, drop this off, and we are headed home after that. Tomorrow, we'll resume this video when we go check in with the clients. Lewis and his crew sent me some pictures. I'll drop the pictures right here. It looks like it turned out really well, but let's see how it looks tomorrow. We'll go make sure everybody's did a good job cleaning up, and yeah. Well, we made it back at the client's house. It looks like they have a nice project on their hands. They got this turf down here that it looks like they're gonna put back in their backyard and fill the rest with the rock. So we made it in time. Almost didn't make it to the yard, but we made it in time. We'll go ahead and get the rock offloaded and head back home. If you guys have any ideas for our future Discord that you want to see implemented, I would love your feedback on that. Let me know in the comments below. So that about wraps up the rock deliveries for today. That was a $600 and after fees on my square, it was about a $630 order. We're in it for just a hair over $300. That's $300 profit for today on the rock. It took us just a couple of hours. We definitely made our $100 per hour, although we do have to consider fuel. Also, we made about $800 on the concrete, which we will check in with tomorrow. So that, my friends, is how you guys make $1,100, maybe a little bit more, in one day. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to continue learning how to do this stuff. As we continue to do this, these doors keep opening. So I will show you how to start your business, which I just posted a video on, by the way. I'll show you how to run it, and I'll show you everything you guys need to know on how to make a little bit of side change every single day or every single week. So we'll check in with you tomorrow to make sure that that concrete job turned out good and everything wrapped up nice. We made it back to the client's house this morning just to do a little walkthrough, make sure everything looked good and turned out well. I did see the pictures, but seeing things in person, of course, is always more preferable. So here's where we're at. Looks like these guys smashed it. I will definitely be using them moving forward. Their prices were reasonable. Their results were amazing. I have zero complaints. The concrete held together overnight, even though it rained a little bit, which is great. It's going to cure even more from now on, and it just looks really good. It's a solid 4-inch pour, and I have zero complaints about it. I'm very happy with these guys. I'm very happy how the job turned out, and I'll see you next time.